It is mainly SIs, we deal in sales. So it is sales incentive scheme, or we have policies in place which take care of employees' needs, basic needs. Then we give them some perks. Otherwise, motivation generally is generated through your internal spark. Most of the times the employee is motivated and he needs some external motivation. So internal is yours. If there is no internal motivation, you can't motivate an employee. Mainly there is no accountability with most of the people, and there are no time deadlines given. Like if you don't give a deadline, okay, this issue has to be sorted out in so much time, then the issue will go on forever. And you have to find out who are the two departments or two people who are the main people who will sit together and decide. So accountability should be with the people, as well there should be deadline given, which generally doesn't happen. Like most of the time you see people say we'll do this, we'll do that, but there's no deadline. You have to say by so and so date, I'll do this. It's a very difficult thing in our country where position is so important that people don't open up, and we are all ego-centered as such. So we try to, the employee doesn't open up much in the performance, and he doesn't like a direct feedback also. So it's a very difficult situation in most of the performances. Performance can be done better if there is more interaction between superior and the junior subordinate. If there is no direct interaction, suddenly you call somebody for performance appraisal, then it's difficult to get the message across. We have a mission which is called 10 by 10, that in the next 10 years time will increase by 10 times.
This entering
most of the divisions.
Okay.
Our division as well as locks and interior. So 3 divisions are given that. It is called 10 by 10. I think mainly it is the policies should be such that people follow those policies which are laid down by HR. They have to take cross-cultural influences into mind. And if there is more communication and language, it is possible. If you go in South India, you find more communication issues because the language is different and culture is different. But at least here I don't see such issues more, in spite of people coming from north or south. It's very difficult to fire an employee if you feel that he is not working, and when you confront him, because most of the time you don't have evidences. Like in sales, you don't know whether he has gone for a call or he's just faking a call or fudging a call. So then you have to actually monitor the situation, talk to customers, what time he visited, did he really visit. Then if you have something in mind, then you have to confront the employee, talk to him, and then he has to agree. Otherwise it's difficult. As per HR policy, the employee has to resign, or we have to terminate. To terminate again you need some evidence. So that time it becomes a difficult situation when you don't have evidence with you. It has happened once or twice. The employee is not working and he says he is working. So when you have to fire him, it's very difficult. I am talking only of sales situation, because this is what I face here, sales and service. What I see though, when I joined marketing, I used to think sales, I used to think it's a very difficult area because I came from production. I was in production for 5 years. So when I joined, it was very difficult for me even to write letters to customers. When you go and visit customers, to write your visit report and all that. But then I found out with time that if you are sincere and you understand the customer's needs and just address those needs, this is what customer wants to listen. He doesn't want to listen to your whole product range. You have to understand his product, his issues, and what product from your basket will help him use the product for solving his issues. So if you do that, that is enough in sales. And you have to be honest in that. If you don't have product, you say no. You don't have to chitka or something to him. That is a wrong approach. So most of the people say, okay, you should sell a comb to a bald man, then you are a good salesperson. But then it's cheating. So you have to find a product from your product range and try to see if it is satisfying. Like we have a variety of products. We have a pallet truck, forklift. Now these different products will be used in different circumstances. I deal in all this. These are industrial products. This starts from 17,000, goes up to 50 lakhs. So customer may not need everything or even anything from that. So you have to be sincere. Then only you can do a good sale. Maybe next time he'll ask you, okay, call you again and give you some inquiry from your product range. Generally, we get inquiries through website nowadays. Earlier, it was we used to get mailers from customers. The inquiry letter used to come. Now the things have changed, and we get inquiries directly from our website. Then I go through Ascent every Wednesday, not for looking for a new job, but to find new projects coming in our territory, where we can sell the products, because these products are actually decided upon during project stage. So most of the customers, when they come up with a new site, they want new people over there. So that is second way of finding clients. Third is when we go and meet some customers, in that same area we see some industries which are big enough and which can use some mechanical kind of transportation, handling of equipments. So there we make a cold call. It is called cold call. It is not a courtesy visit. We have cold calls, courtesy visits and inquiry calls. So cold call is you don't know what will happen, but you go and meet the customer and you try to meet the top person, maybe a director in a company, because he is the person who will listen to you, who is ready to pay maybe 5-10 lakhs for that product. And then he will tell you, okay, I got these issues with my material handling. We are actually into material handling, so we try to find if he has some issues with material handling. Then we tell him, okay, show us the way of material handling, how you do at present. From that we can suggest something to him. And then if he is satisfied, he will raise an inquiry. I mean, he thinks he needs a product. So first you have to make him aware of the needs which are lying dormant with him. He has an issue, but he doesn't know what things to use. So you have to identify the needs, inform the customer. It may take some time. He may think I don't have a budget or I'll call you after a few months. But it is generally out of 10 calls, 2 calls are successful. And that is a good rate. But you have to do a sincere call. You don't have to meet a lower down person who may not be able to decide about the change in the system. The change will come from the top. Today I feel changes will come because of maybe this general service sales tax, good service tax will come from next year. Maybe the whole way of working will change. Again the missions will change, maybe missions will change, or we will change our targets, will be more driven through dealers. Now we are directly selling the product. It may become a product which will go through distributors and then through dealers. We have dealers now, right now, but they sell only smaller priced products. And maybe after 2 years it will be like Dubai and Middle East, where the dealers keep 10 forklifts in stock. One forklift say 10 lakhs. So they keep so many forklifts in stock and they sell directly to customers because of this common sales service tax, I mean this GST. Anything else? From my experience, most of the time we don't know what we want. Only when we start on some path we realize इसमें तो मजा नहीं आया. Like I was in production and I thought I'm an engineer, so production is the best thing for me. And most of the engineers think like that. I don't know how many engineers from you. Anybody is an engineer?
No, sir.
So I'm talking of my experience. And I see now also many young people who think marketing is a tough job. And many people think better to become an engineer in production, sales, I mean service, or maybe in design. These are the fantasies all of us have as engineers. But I came from production after 5 years. Then first 1 year was a lot of hard work for me and new learnings, and it was very tough time. As I told you, I did not know how to write a letter also to customers. There was no training that time given by the company also. Now we have a full training department where we give this kind of training. After 1 year, I realized that I am cut out for this job. I mean, sales work. So it is difficult for most of the people to realize where they are good at. Maybe the climate where you are working, the way of culture, everything has to suit you. Then only you start liking something, or where you find more independence. I think marketing and sales, they give you more independence in job if you are given a territory and you have to prove yourself. Production, there are set procedures, machineries, people. You should be more, I mean, better at people management in plant, handling the workers, handling the machine. In marketing, you have to be adept at convincing customers, putting forward your point of view, and understanding the customer's requirements and issues also. If you don't understand the issues, you may be good at product knowledge, but you are not able to understand these problems. So your grasp should be more customer oriented. Then only you can succeed in marketing. And most of the people who come in marketing, they come with good degrees, but there is no practical experience. So they start failing in the first year itself because they think they know, but when actually the market is totally different from how you thought in the books. Because reading the books and you're getting some different knowledge. So actually for 6 months, as my personal feeling, 6 months maybe or even 1 to 2 years maximum should be spent in the field. Then one should offer marketing. Whatever it may be first you have to go in the sales, then graduate to marketing. If you really want to have a good idea about what you are doing, from the knowledge you acquire from books, it may not be sufficient to make it click with the actual market condition. I think more visits into corporates and going in the actual working environment must be, some project also must be given to you. So that time you have to, I mean, work sincerely like employee of a company to understand the pressures coming in. Otherwise, you know, as outsider, people will not give you much work because you are there only for 1 month, 1.5 months. So they will be given a small slice of daily work, which you will be able to do. But you are not actually seeing the internal pressures working with the employees. So you have to ask for more work. You should be ready for that, then only you can